Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the Chill Factor channel. Joker hanging out with you here tonight. Going to show you guys a project that I've been working on. You know, we went to Transworld this year and we got a lot of cool ideas. And we, spent some money on some things we wanted. Well, anyways, one of the things that we had to have was this new invention. Don't know how many years it's been around, but it's called the Squishy Floors. A lot of different companies sell them in different fashions, different styles. Some of them are like bridges, some of them are laid out like a checkerboard. It's different for all companies. But we ordered a squishy floor setup from frightprops.com. While you're hanging out with me, make sure you go down there, hit that like, hit that sub, hit that bell. That way you can hang out with us every single time that we add anything to this channel. Also, be kind, hit that like, it does help. Let's not forget Chill Factor sponsors this year, Bounce Time Party Rentals out of Jonesboro, Arkansas. You guys can check them out on Facebook, Google them, whatever you need to do. Bounce Time Party Rentals. They will blow it up. Needless to say, Fright Props made a oopsie, and we got everything that we ordered from them except for the $900 and something worth of squishy floors. They just forgot. So, after a month or so without receiving our order, I contacted them and I said, yo, what's up with my stuff? And they said, oops, we forgot. And I said, you know what, never mind. I want my money back, and you know what, I'll just make my own. Found some really cool videos on YouTube, some really informative videos on how I could actually do this on my own for like a quarter of the price. So I was like, yeah, sweet. But this project is for our swamp section in our home haunt this year. It will be a pretty much pitch black room other than lasers coming from all corners. Green lasers that are going to illuminate a little bit off the ground, and it will literally look and feel like a swamp with fog. It really does. It's another kit that we got from Transworld. Also got some grass I'm going to line this bridge with. You guys can visualize the possibilities. It's going to be pretty neat. I am staying positive about it. But you guys let me know what you think. I want to know. So I looked up some stuff. I went out and got my supplies, got exactly what I needed in order to do this project, and I think it turned out pretty well. I'm going to show you guys what I've been up to, okay, and exactly what this project is and what it's about and how maybe you can do it yourself. If you have any comments, anything at all, leave it down there. I will help you guys through this project. It's pretty easy, pretty simple, and pretty awesome. I really hope you guys like this. Without further ado, here are the squishy floors in action, or here's the project.
Alright, so this is a project that I saw someone do on YouTube, and I thought that it was super awesome. Like I said before, we almost bought these squishy floors from some of the companies at Transworld, but man, it got really expensive. And when I found out that I could make my own squishy bridge or squishy floors, I said, why the hell not? Let's do this. So, ingredients and things that you need. I'm gonna paint mine black. Haven't got to that part yet. Thought that might be one of the cooler parts to watch in time lapse, so I saved that part for last. You're gonna need some nylon or like polyester type string, at least this thick, and I don't know how thick this is, but you kind of tell by my fingers. You want it at least that thick, just for safety. And sponges, like ordinary hardware sponges that you can get at Lowe's, Home Depot. I found mine at Lowe's. They came in a 5-pack. I don't remember how much they were, but they weren't that bad. You want to get the 8-foot dog ear boards, like fencing boards that you just put in your yard. Man, they're my best friend for any of my haunting stuff. Anyways, asked the people at Lowe's to cut those directly in half. That way they would be 4 foot each. I understand that you got like the dog ear, on one end, and that's okay. It's not really, that's just cosmetic. Not really worried about it. But take a hot glue gun and you just glue these on. I tried using wood glue. Don't do that. It just made a mess and it doesn't dry nearly as fast as I wanted it to. Notice that I did 2 on the inside of one board, and then the next board I went 2 on the outside. It kind of misplaced where the floor gives and where it doesn't. So it made for a nice effect. Trial and error is what taught me that one. You take drill bit, drill 2 holes there and there on each side, okay? And then you run your rope through, flip around the other side. I just kind of tied them in knots and then singed the end, that way it wouldn't come back through the holes. And then on your end boards, you just kind of cut your sponges at an angle. That way when people step on this thing, they're gonna be stepping up and not like tripping over that first board that's higher than normal. One other thing that I will say as you do this, another thing, trial and error, leave yourself about a foot worth of nylon string left over at the end. And the reason for that is when you get ready to move this, which by the way, if you don't do this, it will be a super pain in the ass. But if you leave that much slack at the end, and you can tie it off to where it stays tight when people walk over it and stuff. Right now it will be a little loose whenever we do the demonstration because those end knots are not tied, but you will totally get the point. And the reason though that you leave that slack is that this whole thing will roll up and you can move it as one piece. Otherwise, I don't know how you would move this thing. But this one's about 9 feet long. I thought that it was plenty long enough for the haunt. And Swamp Room's gonna go just about in this area of the carport too, so I won't have to move it very far. But we're about ready to paint it black. But before we do that, I thought that I would have my minions come out and let the Chill Factor kids have a little fun with this thing before we paint it. If you have any questions or anything like that, leave some comments down below. I will be glad to help you out with this project. It was pretty simple, I won't lie. It was pretty easy. So far so good, right? But it is pretty neat. I've really enjoyed doing this project, and I think that the final product and what people are going to think about it is going to be positive. Okay, so after these things have dried overnight, this is what we're looking at. Not bad. Now, I did want to show you guys something that I did. Okay, so, you know, I kind of told you guys about this, but I didn't necessarily show you, so I thought I would, like, do that for you. So, on the other end, you saw how I tied it off and burnt the end. Okay, that's fine and dandy for the other end, because I'm never going to adjust that. But this, I can let all this slack out. And then these boards will separate a little bit in between each one. And then it will just roll up like a big piece of carpet. And I've tested this out. I had to get this out of the house. I put this all together in the house. And then I had to get it outside so I could paint it. And I knew it would kind of be a challenge, but when I started running the rope, I was like, wait a minute, I can leave enough slack in this so I can just separate the boards a little bit, roll it on up, and then carry it outside. Definitely need 2 people for that though. At least for one this long. But for the haunt, I put what spacing I thought was perfect, and then decided how much slack to leave in it. Tied the knot, holds them all in place, and they have enough movement and enough activity that it's still all good. And then when I get ready to pack it all up, undo those knots, pull that line out, and roll it up. Anyways, this project turned out to be pretty cool, guys. Not bad.
All right, what'd you guys think? The squishy bridge, the squishy floor for our swamp room this year. It's a project still in the works, still a lot of things that I could probably adjust to make it better, but this is a pretty neat little, I don't even know. I was honestly surprised that I was able to do this project. I really was. All in all, that 9-foot stretch of bridge cost about 200 to 250 bucks, give or take, versus about $930 something for a 9-foot stretch that wasn't even as wide of the squishy floors from frightprops.com. Nothing against Fright Props. I love Fright Props. I really do. But they kind of dropped the ball on this one. And I think that it worked out for the best, in my personal opinion. This is a project that I know that I can change because I created it. I can adapt it. I can add more boards to it. You know, I mean, whatever I want to do. Make it longer, make it bigger, or even just completely redo it and make it just more awesome. You never know. The possibilities are endless with this, but what do you guys think about it? You know, leave some comments down below. Any questions you have, I swear I will try to answer. Any problem with finding some of the supplies or anything like that, or ingredients, as I call them in projects, just leave it down there and I'll hook you guys up. Hope you guys think that this is cool. Hope you guys find this video informative. My kids sure love walking around on this thing, and I'm really hoping that my patrons will too. I can't wait for people to experience just the weirdness that they're gonna approach as walking up on this thing in the pitch black room. I can't wait. It's gonna be pretty neat. I can't wait. I'm excited. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate that. You do what you do, and I'm gonna do what I do, and I will see you guys on the next one.